Hiranna kalia potokurshi hemoto. Hirannaya tokurani kimaya takaya taka. Mohotaya vishitanya kalia potahashaka. Hiropomati hariamukode. Ishtaya mukupala karanda krusha hyarata. Kaitu nihalaya pututai mukutai shivakarana. Ihoshatai hilmadadali tatai hira korotana kalapitiko. Ishai hihunai takala mutu shivakala. Hishatanayalo kurutara umopapao. It's here, right? We're here. The understanding of Christ consciousness is here. We are the oneness of all things. We are the truth of all things. We are joy. We are peace. We are love. We are the divinity within ourselves. We've come here to see ourselves as divine. As we accept ourselves as divine and we sit in the presence of the divinity of all things, we know that God's light is shining forth from us, right? We know that God's light is understanding the consciousness of all things. And we know that as God dwells within us as us, that we are accepting the consciousness of all things within our own being. So as we accept this consciousness of all things within our own being, do we recognize that our truth is divine? Do we recognize that our truth is peace? Do we recognize that our truth is the consciousness that dwells within all things? Why are we wondering what we are here on this earth plane? Why are we wondering what we are? Who am I? Why have I come here? What am I doing? Why do we wonder these things, right? This is a question that's asked by many people. What am I doing here? Why am I here? What have I come here for? What do I want to accomplish? How many things do I have to see? What do I have to do? Have I done my job? Have I done my duty? Have I done things in the correct manner? Have I seen things in the correct way? What is it that we're asking when we ask these questions? Do we ask ourselves, am I divine? Do we ask ourselves, am I pure? Do we ask ourselves, am I pristine? I've come here to see God consciousness and bliss within all things, because all things are God consciousness and bliss, right? I've come here to see God consciousness and bliss within my own true self, as well as in the true selves of every being that I see. Why am I here to be divine on this earth plane? Why have I come here to be divine on this earth plane? Is my light shining forth from me as the truth of all things? Is my light shining forth from within me as the truth of God consciousness and bliss? Is my light shining forth from within me as the one that I came here to be? I accept myself as divine. I accept myself as pure, and I accept myself as true. I see God's consciousness within myself. So why am I here? What am I doing here? Right? What is the question? Why am I here? What am I doing here? How many times have I seen myself as divine today? How many times have I seen myself as divine in this moment? How many times have I seen myself as divine as we walk this earth plane together? Do we realize that consciousness dwells within us as us? Because that is the truth of our being. That is the truth of our essence. That's what we see when we see God, right? We see God consciousness dwelling within us. What is the truth of our being? I've come here to be pure. I've come here to be perfect. I've come here to be divine. I've come here to be the consciousness of all things. And I've come here to see God, Christ consciousness within my being. So what is that? What is that energy of consciousness that's coming through me? What is that energy of light, love, joy, peace, and truth that's coming through me? What is that energy that I want to see? I want to know myself as divine. So have I come here to know myself as divine? And once I answer that question, have I come here to know myself as divine? Do I recognize that all things that evolve out of that place are divine in my understanding? So anything can come out of that place of have I seen myself as divine? Anything can walk from that place of have I seen myself as divine? Do I know myself as true? Do I know myself as powerful? Do I know myself as peaceful? We see that we are consciousness, we see that we are truth, and we see that we are the power of God's presence within our own being. And once we recognize that, once we see that, once we understand that, then we know that what we're doing here is conscious. So we walk from that place, we see from that place, we understand things from that entity within our own being. And from that place, space. Why am I here? Well, I'm here to be me. I'm here to create from that space, right? I'm here to understand things from that space. I'm here to be one who is one with all things from that space. So I've walked this earth as an unconscious being. May I now walk this earth as a conscious being? May I now walk this earth as someone who came here to be great? May I now walk this earth as someone who is here consciously, aware, alive, awake, and divine? May I now walk this earth as the person that I came here to be? So I've walked unconsciously. I've done unconscious things. I've been stupid, right? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Now I'm conscious. Now I'm awake, and now I'm aware. What may I see now? What may I do now? What may I divinely be guided to do in this next moment? I'm seeing things as consciousness and peace and love and joy and truth. I'm now divinely awake to see myself as the divine one that I came here to be. I'm now divinely awake to create. What do I want to create? What do I want to see? How do I want to present myself? How do I want to appear? How do I want to claim my beingness on this earth plane? I want to see myself as divine. But where is that going? What precedes that, right? What do we see within that aspect of our divinity? How do we come here to be the divine essence of truth that we are? Am I walking this earth plane as a gentle being? Right? Am I walking this earth as a kind being? Am I walking this earth as someone who sees, someone who knows, someone who understands the divinity of all things? Am I walking this earth as the one that I came here to be? First I'm conscious, then I create. First I'm conscious, then I create. First I'm conscious, then I become. First I'm conscious, then I walk, right? So I'm conscious first. How do we become conscious? We accept the divinity within us as us. How do we become conscious? We accept the divinity within us as the one that we came here to be. How do we become conscious? We look. We look within, we see within, we find the truth within, we know the essence of God's divinity within. Then we walk. And where do we walk to? What do we do? What is calling us, right? What's that purely powerful place of peace within our own heart space that's saying, now go, now do, now accept, now dwell? Right? Now experience. And what is that place within us? Is that the place of creation within our own heart center? Is that the place of creation within our own heartbeat? What does my heart beat to? Right? What does my heart beat to? What are those aspects of myself that says, I want to be me, I want to be me, I want to be me? What is my heart beating to? What is the rhythm? What is the drum that my heart is beating to? Do I want to be in the world in a certain way? Do I want to expect things to happen in a certain way? Do I want to experience my life in a certain way? Do I want to dive into the pool of water that's gracing me with truth, love, consciousness, and peace? I can make that decision right now. I can decide to be the one that I came here to be. And from that decision, I can decide to be divine, right? I can decide to be pure. I can decide to be accepting and allowing and knowing. My consciousness graces all things with the consciousness of my own divine beingness. So what am I? When you ask yourself the question of who am I and why am I here, what is the answer that you receive? All right, what is the answer that you receive? We talk to so many people about why am I here? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm here, right? We talk to so many people about these things. And what do we say? We say, well, who are you, right? And they say, I don't know. I don't know who I am. So who are you? Are you a child of God's consciousness and bliss? Are you energy, consciousness, and light? Are you expecting things to be great in every moment of every day? Are you powerful? Are you pure? Are you divine? Are you expecting God's grace to come through you as the things that you do in the world? Are you expecting God's grace to come through you as the power of your own divinity and bliss? Are you expecting God to be you today? Because today is the day that you can see all things as divine and pure. Today is the day that you can accept yourself as the one that you came here to be. I am powerful, I am pure, I am divine. That's who you are. I am powerful, I'm pure, I'm divine. That's who you are. I say I am God. I say I am pure. I say I am powerful. Why? Because I've come here to be divine. There's nothing that can separate me from my own divinity. There's nothing that can separate me from my own peace. There's nothing that can separate me from my own purity within my own being. So you are divine. That's who you are. You are pure. You are powerful. You are the one that came here to be a great being of divine love and light consciousness. That's who you are. And yes, I'm talking to you. Every one of you that's watching this, I am talking to you. You are the powerful being that that you came here to be. You are pure, you are powerful, and you are divine. Yes, I'm talking to you. You are the one that came here to be powerful. You are the one that came here to be great. You are the one that came here to be pure in your essence of divinity. Yes, I'm talking to you because you are pure. You are powerful. You are the divinity that walks this earth. I am divine, okay? Or divinity. So start from that place. Who am I? I'm divine, right? Who am I? I am divine. I am God consciousness and bliss. I am the purity and the perfection of all things. That's who I am. I walk this earth with consciousness and peace. What do I do here? Why am I here? What am I doing? I don't know who I am. I don't know where I'm going. Well, walk. Walk from this place of consciousness, walk from this place of truth, walk from this place of bliss, walk from this place of divine understanding. Know who you are in that place, and then walk and see where you go. Where will you go when you're in a space of divine consciousness and bliss? Where will you go when you're in a space of divine understanding? Where will you go when you're in this space of truth within your own being? Will you walk to the places that you want to be? Will you see the faces that you want to meet? Will you understand the knowledge that's been provided to you at this time? Will you understand the places that are being seen by you in your heart space of divine love and light consciousness? I walk this earth as a being of divine love and light consciousness, and I've seen myself as true. I've understood my life from a true place of divine bliss. Do you want to understand yourself? Do you want to know yourself? Do you want to accept yourself? Do you want to feel yourself as that being of divine love and light consciousness? Do you want to accept yourself as the being that came here to be pure, peaceful, divine, loving, powerful, accepting of all things as divine? Do you want to be that person? Because I am divine, I am blissful, and I am peaceful, and I am pure. And now I walk. Now I walk. Now I walk. Now I walk from that consciousness. Now I walk from that place of divinity. Now I walk from that place of truth and purity. Now I walk from that place of peace. Now I walk within my own being as the divine love and light consciousness being that I came here to be. I'm pure. My power resides within me. Nothing outside of me can give me power. Nothing outside of me can give me peace. Nothing outside of me can give me purity. I am all of that within my own being. I've already accepted the purity and the consciousness and the bliss within my own being. Now I walk. Now I see what life we see what life provides for us. We see what life gives to us. We see what life opens up for us. We see what life will provide in our way of walking, right? And our way of walking, we're walking, we're walking, we're walking. What will consciously be provided for us as we walk this life path? Will it be beautiful? Will it be divine? Will it be loving? Will it be conscious, right? What is the understanding that we've come here to know? What is the understanding that we've come here to feel? What is the understanding that we've come here to let into our being? Walk with the light of God's consciousness inside of you and see what comes to you today. Walk with the light of God's consciousness inside of your being and see what is presented in your pathway. Walk with the light of God's consciousness within your being and see, how am I to proceed today? You don't need to ask the questions of who am I, because you know you are divine. You don't need to ask the questions of why am I here, because as your divine self walks, you see the consciousness presenting you with everything you need. It's all here. It's all now. We've consciously walked this earth plane as the being of divine love and light that we are, and now we're being given the opportunity to be graced with all of consciousness around us, right? So it starts within us and then expands. It starts within us and then it expands. It starts within us and then it expands. So as we are the divine consciousness within our own beings, the expansion of that becomes what we see and what we experience. Is it true? We come into this world to be the one that we came here to be. Divine consciousness and bliss. We walk from that place. We allow that place to expand into the energy of consciousness and grace that we see around us every day. It's the consciousness of grace that we experience within our own being that becomes the space around us in peace. We love it, don't we? We love it because this is the consciousness that we're talking about. We all talk about consciousness. We all talk about peace. We all talk about love. We all talk about joy. But where is it? It's here. This is it. It's right here. It's right here. That's it. It's right here. Just look. Just look here. This is where it is. It's right here. Expand your consciousness out into the world and see what that provides for you. See what that brings to you, right? Expand it, expand it, expand it, expand it, expand it. Where is it going? What is it doing? How is it accepting? How is it receiving? Right? That becomes you. That becomes grace. That becomes peace. We know that. We know that. You know that. I know that. We've accepted that. We are powerful. We are pure. We are divine energy. We are consciousness and grace. The light of God's grace is our truth. We've received the truth within us. We know. We know. There is nothing that we do not know within our being. There is nothing that we have not already received within our own true self. There is nothing that we do not know, because we are the grace, we are the consciousness, and we are the peace. God's grace rests within us. I've seen you. I've seen you as consciousness, and I know you as consciousness, because the separateness that we have believed in is false. It's not here. It's not real. I've seen you as the consciousness that rests within me. I've seen you as the consciousness that rests within my own being. I've seen you as the consciousness of my own true eternal self. I've seen you as the consciousness of my own true eternal being. I have seen you as the one who came here to be great on this earth plane. I have seen you as the one who came here to see everything and everyone as divine. I have seen you to accept me into your being as the grace of all things, because we have accepted each other in divine understanding. We have accepted each other in divine peace. We have accepted each other in divine grace, and nothing stands outside of that grace. Nothing stands apart from that grace. Nothing stands in a more powerful, peaceful place than we are in right now in this moment, together experiencing each other in this place. Nothing can be more powerful than this moment of us being together, experiencing each other in this grace, experiencing the thoughts, experiencing the knowledge, experiencing the seeing, experiencing the feeling. We know how we've come here to be together. This is our divinity and this is our peace. We know how we've come here to experience each other. This is our own knowing. This is our own experience. We've had it before. We've known it before. And now we're here in this moment, accepting it into our beings, the bliss and the consciousness of our divine entity, of our divine energy, of our divine absolute purity. I accept myself as you. Accept yourself as me. We become one in that unity. We know each other in that space. We feel each other's energy delving into the energy of all things. I am divine. You are divine. We are one consciousness. There can be no separation between the consciousness of us. Experience it right now. Kyata. Experience it right now. Know the consciousness of you as the consciousness of me in this moment. Now, experience it as we speak the words of divine understanding. Experience it as we know the message of the oneness of all things. there it is. We've experienced it. We've known it. We've felt it. We've seen it. Be cool. Be cool, right? What does it mean to be cool? We are cool in the oneness of all things. Experience that blissful sensation of cool energy washing through your body. Experience that blissful sensation of cool energy encompassing your being. Let the light shine through you as you experience the feelings of grace. That's you. That's who you are. That's who you are. Alamuto, Ishava Korona Hivala, Yumoto Fataite, Hamotoe, Halimoko Neni, Aishitano Nimoko, Halamotenium, Hivulaini Maini, Hanamoshi Madaini, Ainoguru Nehumoni. Ekonale munai mingunara, iumalara noi, hanomani lemu, ishara kayumuto, halaimuntahienu, hirayenu, harakamati ala. Oh, shikara no kore hiara. We are one. We are peace. We are joy. We are truth. We are love. Hara. We are divine. We are perfect. We are pure. Everything is the essence of all things. We experience life. We experience love. We experience joy. We experience purity. We experience bliss. We experience love. We experience consciousness. We experience light. Be the light. Be the light of the world. Be the light of your own true self. Be the light of God consciousness and bliss. And be you as you walk the world in divine understanding of all things. We are one. We are conscious. We are bliss. I am alive. I am light. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, divine. Koro. Shivaya Kamato Fushata. No Korayana. Pasha. Kiran